me turn to Exodus 20. We're going to read our next commandment for this morning. It's a lot shorter. And it can be found Exodus chapter 20, and we're in verse 13. Verse 13, it says, "You shall not murder." Okay, so I am particularly fond of this commandment right here. It's about time we get to this one too, I think. That we finally hear God tell us specifically, "Thou shalt not furter." That I've been wondering when God was going to tell us, "Thou shalt not furter." And you see, I have this thing that, I used to be really into hot dogs a lot. And so when I would go to a restaurant, order a hot dog, I was very particular, and it's one of those things just inside of me, just couldn't contain myself to get it. And I had to get it the way I wanted to get it. So when I would get a hot dog, get a Furter, that they left off some of the toppings, or maybe they put relish on it. I don't know what their deal is when they do that. I get so angry. I broke it. I ruined the Furter. Oh, wait. Oh, goodness. I should have paid a little bit closer. It says, "Thou shalt not murder," not Furter. But this does remind me a little bit about that command. Come to think of it, because Jesus does talk about that, doesn't he? About not murdering, but he takes it to a different level. I ruined my Furter, for one, and that's tragic, but when we think about it, Jesus tells us that even though we might not have killed anybody, that if we harbor anger in our hearts against somebody, that's as good as murder. And just like my poor broken Furter, that if we harbor anger in our hearts, it doesn't hurt that person necessarily. I don't get to eat it now. That's horrible. So it only damages our relationship to these people that we harbor anger against. And so we can't enjoy that. And you know what? Maybe I'll find a way still to mend this, as God has given us the ability to mend our relationships as well. And that concludes our children's lesson for this morning.